こんにちは、皆さん。今日、私たちは日本語を勉強しています。質問があれば、私に聞いてください。Greetings, everyone. Today, we're studying Japanese. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask me at any time. I'm going to continue with Immersion with Card Captor Sakura.
ヤシの実で
ね、ヤシの実って硬くて重いでしょ。
うん、硬くて重い。
なんでもビーチバレーで怪我人続出したらしいよ。
嘘よ嘘。嘘なの？山崎くんのもっともらしい話はだいたい嘘。
Why do we go or a laughing voice? Wait, why do we go or a laughing voice?
B 君も水泳がお得意のようですわね。
Lee Kunmo. Let's see.
B 君もB 君も水泳がお得意のようですわね。
Lee Kunmo Suye swimming. So that's water. And that's Oyogu to swim. And that's Mizu, water. So swimming, human swimming, swimming movement through the water. Let's see. Is Suye used differently than Oyogu? Isn't Suye and Oyogi the same thing? Isn't Suye Suru and Oyogu the same thing? Suye and Oyogu are not the same thing, okay. Okay, Suye is a noun. It's now referring to swimming as a sport, organized activity, or concept, whereas Oyogu is the verb meaning to swim, to act, okay. Suye can be used as a noun for a general activity. It specifically connotates practice, competition, or formal classes. Suye no Jugyo, swimming class. Oyogu is not the same as suiei, okay. It refers to a manner, style, or skill of swimming. Oyogu ga umai is good at swimming. Oyogi ga umai is good at swimming. It is a noun form of the verb oyogu. You would use oyogi to describe how someone's swimming, not just the sport itself. Regarding suiei suru and oyogu, oyogu is a standard common verb for any swimming, recreational, survival animals. Okay. Suiei suru is less common and sounds more like training, learning, or competitive sports. Many native speakers prefer suiegi as a noun. Example, suiei or suru or simply oyogu for action. Suiei is generally used for organized contacts, Olympics, school projects. Okay. So suiei it's otoku, good value, economical advantage, useful, helpful. Otoku, let's see. Oh, this is one verb. Otoku. Tokui. Satisfaction, pride, triumph, elations. One strong point, one's forte, one's specialty. So tokui or otokui to be polite. So Lee Kunmo suiei ga otokui no yo desu wa. So Lee is very good at swimming. So Lee Kunmo suiei ga otokui no yo desu wa ne.
りーくんも水泳がお得意のようですわね。ほんとだ。さっきから黙々と泳ぎ続けてらっしゃいますわ。さっき
さっきから
黙々と泳ぎ続
黙々と水泳
けてらっしゃいます。
すすきlet's see すすと let's see 泳ぎ続けてらっしゃいます。
さっきから黙々と泳ぎ続けてらっしゃいますわ。
Oh, let's see. Suzuku's to continue, or is it Suzukeru? let's see, to continue, so, 続けてらっしゃいます。So ended up continued swimming. Mokumoko. This is a adverbial form describing the manner of an action. It means silently, earnestly, or with single-minded concentration. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Oyogi suzukete rashimasu. To swim, continue to form. Suzukete has been continuing. Irasharu, honorific to be. Okay. So, Suzukeru. He's been swimming steadily without stopping for quite a while now. So, Saki kara, motomoto to, kigi suzukete rashaimasu wa. Steadily early, so with single-minded concentration, or earnestly, he's been continually swimming. So, Saki kara mokumoku to oyogi suzukete rashaimasu wa.
さっきから黙々と泳ぎ続けてらっしゃいますわ。でもしてらっしゃるんでしょうか。さっきから黙々と泳ぎ続けてらっしゃいますわ。でもしてらっしゃるんでしょう。
Let's see, demo shite rasharun shouka. NE, long distance swimming. We have long and then swimming, so NE. Inin demo. Shite rasharun desho. Shall we do long distance swimming? Oh, I wonder if he's doing long distance swimming. So why does this show ka? Why does this use show ka? It's part of polite conjecture. Contraction of no de show. Dash yet. No de show ka. Okay. According to the search context, show. Okay. Polite data. Okay. Used to weaken the certainty of the statement or the certainty of the demand in question. This makes the inquiry sound more like a polite and less demanding sentence, demanding similar to English phrases like I was wondering, to like I was wondering, or how might. So, ein demo. Ein してらっしゃるんでしょうか。
さっきから黙々と泳ぎ続けてらっしゃいますわ。遠泳でもしてらっしゃるんでしょうか。
遠泳っていうのはね。
はいはい。遠泳でもしてらっしゃるんでしょうか。
ain't it eight te you know one so about long distance swimming ain't sute you know wa
ますわ。遠泳でもしてらっしゃるんでしょうか。
遠泳っていうのはね。
はいはい。
hoist suru or whistle
っていうのはね。
はいはい。
集合。
集合つテラダmeeting up, gathering, assembly. So that's from gather, meeting, and fit to join. So Shugo. Shugo.
集合。昔江戸時代にお侍さんがいてね。
はいはい。
集合。昔江
Mukashi.
戸時代に
Mukashi. Edo Jidai. It's Edo Jidai. Edo period. Oh, Edo Jidai. That's right, Jidai. Period of time in Edo. Okay, so Edo Jidai. Edo is, let's see, creek, inlet, bay, and then door accounted for houses. Hence, yeah. So Edo sits on a rather large bay. So that's how it got its name. The bay door. Edo Jidai. So Bukashi Edo Jidai. Let's see. Timeout. Substitute. Change. Convert. Let's see. Mukashi Edo Jidai ni. Let's see. Shimotsu. Oh, samurai. Warrior, samurai. That looks like Matsu. Oh, the right side's the same, but the left side's different of the kanji. Let's see. Oh, samurai-san ga ite ne. So, there's a samurai. A long time ago, during the Edo, there was a samurai. So, Edo. Let's see, Mukashi Edo jigai ni Oki-san ga, let's see. Oki-san ga ite ne. Hai.
昔江戸時代にお侍さんがいてね。
はいはい。
集合。昔江戸時代にお侍さんがいてね。
はいはい。千春ちゃん慣れてる。
千春ちゃん慣れてる。慣れてる。To get used to grow accustomed to become skilled in, to become experienced in, to get used to doing. So, Chiara-chan, Naruteru. Chiara-chan is used to it.
さんがいてね。
はいはい。千春ちゃん慣れてる。山崎くんとは幼稚園の頃からのお付き合いらしいですから。
山崎くんとは
千春ちゃん慣れてる。山崎くんとは幼稚園の頃からのお付き合いらしいです。
の子からのおお付き合いらしいですから。幼稚園 kindergarten in Japan, non-compulsory education from the age 3 until primary school, preschool. 幼稚園 infancy, child, and then immature young, and then park, garden, yard. Kindergarteners often go to the park and when I was in Japan, I saw you would often see little kids walking across the street with the adults that were looking after them as they went to the parks, since they've visited the park so often. Like in Tokyo, they don't so much have room to actually have like playgrounds in the schools, so they essentially walk the kids to a nearby park. Yamasaki-kun to wa Yochien no Koro, approximately kindergarten time frame. So Yamazaki-kun went from approximately kindergarten no Otsuki, retainer, attendant, escort. Atsuki Airashi. I think this is meant in like the attendance and has been with for a long time. See, apparently she knows Yamazaki since kindergarten. I think this goes together. Tsukiyai, association, socializing, fellowship. So they've been associated or socializing with each other. Okay, they've known each other from kindergarten or since kindergarten. And this is Rashi hearsay. So, so she's known Yamazaki-kun's since kindergarten. Or Yamazaki-kun to wa Yochien. So Yamazaki-kun to wa Yochien no koro kara no Otsukiai arashi desu kara.
昔江戸時代にお侍さんがいてね。
はいはい。千春ちゃん慣れてる。山崎くんとは幼稚園の頃からのお付き合いらしいですから。あの二人も長いよね。 の頃からのお付き合いらしいですから。
あの二人も長いよね。So let's see, those two long. So those two have known each other for a long time. So, あの二人も長いよね。
千春ちゃん慣れてる。夢崎くんとは幼稚園の頃からのお付き合いらしいですから。あの二人も長いよね。長くは幼稚園の頃からのお付き合いらしいですから。あの二人も長いよね。長くお付き合いができるって素敵ですわ。そうだね。長くお付き
長くお付き合いがでできるって素敵ですわ。So, 長くお付き合いができるって素敵ですわ。So, being able to associate with each other for a long time is wonderful. In other words, knowing each other for a long time is wonderful. 長くお付き合いができるって素敵ですわ。
あの二人も長いよね。長くお付き合いができるって素敵ですわ。
Let's see if that constant is germinated.
あの二人も長いよね。長くお付き合いができるって素敵ですわ。お付き合いらしいですから。あの二人も長いよね。長くお付き合いができるって素敵ですわ。長いよね。長くお付き合いができるって素敵です。
Yeah, she just pauses and then continues with the te. She doesn't germinate it. So, 長く、長くお付き合いができるって素敵ですわね。
の頃からのお付き合いらしいですから。あの二人も長いよね。長くお付き合いができるって素敵ですわ。そうだね。
そこでお家の名誉をかけて二人の侍
そうだね。
Oh yeah, okay, let's see. Your home, Soko de. So from that, so currently Oide no Mayo, your home's name, I believe they mean your family name? Or what if you're saying Uchi? Or Kakete, to hang up, to put up, to put on, to make a call, to put.
あの二人も長いよね。長くお付き合いができるって素敵ですわ。そうだね。
そこでお家の名誉をかけて二人のお侍さんが
ね。
そこでお家の名誉をかけて二人の
できるって素敵ですわ。そうだね。
そこでお
With the honor of the family at stake. Oh, Mayo. Yeah, honor, yeah, so. Name and then reputation, Mayo. Oh yeah, so family honors, yeah, okay. I guess you could think of it as hanging in the balance. To wager, to bet, to risk. So risking the family honor, so at stake. Okay. そこで、お家の名誉をかけて、Notice they changed the kanji on this. Why does kakeru use a different kanji in to specify the meaning of to risk or to stake, such as one's honor or life? While both kanji are read as kakeru and are often interchangeable in casual context, Japanese orthography distinguishes between closely related meanings of the root verb. So to stake or wager something, okay. Soko de. So accordingly, with the family honor at stake, or soko de oie no meiyo na meiyo. Soko de oie no meiyo o kakete.
あの二人も長いよね。長くお付き合いができるって素敵ですわ。そうだね。
そこでお家の名誉をかけて2人の侍さんが、
はいはい。ね。
そこでお家の名誉をかけて2人の
See, futari no o samurai-san ga. So okay, the two samurai and then yes or whatever basically. Hi. So futari no o samurai-san ga.
長くお付き合いができるって素敵ですわ。そうだね。
そこでお家の名誉をかけて2人の侍さんが、
はいはい。
せーので弾けよ。
Let's see. Say no de hikeyo. So this is, let's see, hiku, then hai, and this is ichido all together. So let's see, hikeyo. So that is in command form, but hiku. Is this potential or is this a different conjugation? Oh no, this is the intransitive. To close, to be over, to break up. So this is either do able to pull with said no. the input which hikaru is being used imperative form. Let's see. Wait, hike is the imperative form of hiku. It is not a potential form which would be hikeru, meaning can pull. The imperative form is used here as a command or challenge, translating to pull or pull it. This is common in phrase in group settings like sports and games where one person counts down se no de. Everyone else is commanded to perform the action. Let's see. The imperative form is used here as a compound or a challenge. Okay. Let's see. Explain in more detail. Could this be potential imperative? Imperative, or could it be imperative of hikeru? No, hike in this context cannot be a potential imperative, nor is the imperative. Okay. 2. It is not the imperative of hikeru. The verb hikeru, to be able to pull or to close. It's ichiran. Okay, rule of ichiran. Conjugate hikeru, hikeyo. While the imperative of hikeru can be hikeyo, the meaning would be able to pull. context mismatch. Speakers using Hiku. Adding yo. No. See, I don't mean using Hiku with potential. I'm wondering if this could be the plain verb hikeru in command form. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Hikeyo can be the command form imperative of the plain verb hikeru. Our previous explanation focused on the most common usage imperative of hiku, but I missed the grammatical possibility you identified. Here's a precise breakdown of why your hypothesis is valid. The form hikeyo is grammatically ambiguous because it is a valid imperative form of two different verbs. Hiku, hike, iku, ik. Let's see, hikeyo, okay. Hikeru. Okay. Context determines the meaning. While both are grammatically possible, the meaning changes entirely based on the context. Scenario A, tug of war, lifting, most likely. Context: a group is about to pull a rope or heavy object. Hiku, to pull, meaning on, seno, pull. Command to perform the action. Analysis: this is a standard interpretation. The speaker commands the physical act of pulling. Capability of closing. Closing. Yeah, okay, that doesn't really make sense, yeah. So in other words, so within Seno, pull, and this Hiku's command form is Hike, and this is just the yo particle in the end. So Seno de Hikeyo Hai.
せーので弾けよ。
まさか地引き網まで弾けるなんて思ってもみなかったですわ。本当。
まさか
地引き網まで。
let's see. まさかGB key Ami beats scene long haul saying dragnet fishing Masaka. So let's see, ground, earth, pull, tug, netting. So earth, pull, net. In other words, a drag net. Okay. GB chemo. Yeah. So Hiki became Biki here. So GP key Ami. Wait, this is Ami. No, yeah, okay. So this is probably said wrong up here. This is the correct word. GP Ami. So Masaka GP Ami Mare. let's see, up until the dragnet, let's see, hikeru, nante omotte mo minakata desu wa. So minai, so not see, didn't see. So it's maybe this could be able to pull. So, let's see, it can't be up to the able to pull up to the dragnet. It can't be. Let's see. I think we're able to pull up to the dragnet. We're not able to see what. Please explain the grammar of let's see, no way I never thought. Let's see. Jibiki Ami. A large beach seen net used for fishing, mare even, or up to emphasizing the extent of surprising nature action. Okay. Hikaru, the potential form of hiku, meaning can pull, able to pull with a nante. Casual particle used to express surprise, disdain, or emphasis. Okay. Main clause, mote, mo minakata desu wa translates to I never thought it at all. Mote mo minai, negative. It's a negative potential for meaning never thought. It's not potential, that's just negative. Thought, I never saw thought. Let's see, a negative potential for meaning never thought or did not imagine. So did not see thought. The desta wa polite past copula. So Masaka surprised with a nante. Never thought expected. What is this nante based on? See, I never would have imagined that we'd actually get to pull a beach scene, or I guess that's what they call net, beach net. Nante is primarily the Nantoyu to say it signals that the speaker finds the fact inconceivable, shocking, unbelievable. Okay. Masaka Jibiki. Let's see. Masaka Jibiki. Jibiki Ami. Masaka Jibiki Ami Mare Hikeru nante omotte mo minakata desu wa. I never would have imagined we'd actually get to pull a beach scene. Why is mare used? Why is mare used? The particle mare is used here to express unexpected extent, surprise, translating to even. A mare typically marks a physical or temporal endpoint, up to 5 p.m. or 2 Tokyo. In this context, it marks an emotional or logical endpoint on a scale of likelihood, standard meaning up to a point, in fact, meaning to the point of unexpected action, or even unexpected action. So, Jibiki Ami Mare Hikeru. Scale of expectation. The speaker likely expected to do more activities, but pulling a massive beach scene net is considered an extreme, difficult, or unlikely task for them. Okay, so when they went to the beach, she wasn't expecting to be pulling a net. Masaka Jibiki Ame. Let's see, Jibiki Ame. Or Ami. Jibiki Ami. Masaka Jibiki Ami Mare Hikeru Nante Omotte mo Minakata desu wa. Masaka Jibiki Ami made hikeru nante omotte mo minakata desu wa.
お
まさか地引き網まで弾けるなんて思ってもみなかったですわ。まさか地引き網まで弾けるなんて思ってもみなかったですわ。ほんとほんと。ね、さくらちゃん。やる気十分ですわね。
Let's see. Yaruki Jubun Yaruki Jubun desu wa ne un. So are you completely in the spirit of it? Now, the reason why this is completely in the spirit, even though the kanji may not look like it, let's see, translates to you're really eager. Will drive motivation. And if sufficient, plenty, fully, thoroughly. Adverb. So yaru is to do, and then ki is mind or spirit. So to be doing mind, or in other words, your mind is into something, or you have willpower, or drive motivation. Now, jubun, that comes from 10 parts essentially, and the reason it means completely into it is because 10 parts was considered all the parts, and so when you have 10 parts, you have all of them, and so you're completely into something. I forgot what it's in reference to. Well, what is the 10 parts in jubun in reference to? Complete set 100% derive 10 and part division. Together they literally translate to 10 out of 10. Concept of completeness. Having all 10 parts signifies that nothing is missing, representing a fullness, sufficient, or completeness. New, which it implies not just the bare minimum, but a comfortable amount where one is fully satisfied 10 out of 10. This is distinct from yeah. Jupun, which is the same kanji to refer to 10 minutes. So Jubun and Jipun. Explain the grammar of Yaruki Jubun desu one. Your self-drive and motivation. Let's see. Jubun means sufficient enough. Then Yaruki meaning motivation, drive, spirit. Enough, sufficient, sufficiently, fully. And they translate it as, well, you're really eager, aren't you, Sakura? Let's see. How do I tell if this is eagerness or motivation? Is it asking about sufficient motivation? Oh, konnichiwa. Kitara Everett genki desu ka? Let's see. Kitara Everett wa, hi, I gotta go, but cute cartoon toimashita. But see you later. Let's see. Eagerness is primary and emotional response characterized by anticipation, excitement, strong desire to act immediately. It is often motivation, conversely, is a driving force, a willingness to sustain an action towards a goal, even with excitement fades. It is often intentional. Okay, so Jubun asking for sufficient motivation. Yes, when Jubun is used in the context of motivation, Jubun, okay. Doki, it explicitly asks for sufficient or adequate or full motivation, little meaning. As a step it means 10 out of 10 parts, or implying a state of completeness where nothing is lacking. In this case, what is being asked for In this context, the question is asking for adequacy or completeness, not just a simple yes or no answer about having motivation. So when someone asks if your motivation is Jibun, they're specifically asking if motivation is strong enough. Okay. Okay. Could this be eagerness? Its eagerness could be what you're feeling, but it is not the same as Jibun motivation. Let's see. No, is Yaruki the eagerness and Jibun completely or full of that eagerness? So Yaruki corresponds to eagerness, willingness, or internal spark to do. Jibun, sufficient, full, complete. Therefore, Yaruki Jibun literally translates to full of eagerness or sufficiently motivated. If you're asking if someone is fully eager or fully motivated, can be two very different meanings. Which is this? This probably is more along the lines of eagerness. When asking if someone is Yaruki Jibun, question is specifically about sufficient motivation, not just full of eagerness. While Yaruki encompasses both eagerness, emotional excitement, and motivation will to act, the modifier Jibun shifts the focus to adequacy and sustainability. Sufficiently or over intensity, fully eager implies a peak emotional state, excitement. Sufficiently motivated implies having enough drive to meet the requirement and finish the task, even if the excitement isn't at maximum. You can be Jibun sufficient without having being maniac or overly excited. Action versus feeling. Eagerness is a feeling, motivation is a driver of action. By asking Yaruki, okay. So I guess let's see, the translator translates it as you're really eager, aren't you? Hmm. This or motivation. So, you're really motivated or you're really eager. You're completely motivated or completely eager. And then yes. So are you completely motivated or are you completely eager? Something along those lines. Yaruki jubun desu wa ne.
やる気十分ですわね。ビデオを持ってこれなくて残念ですが。
ビデオ持って、let's see. ビデオ持って、これなくて、残念ですわ。So, let's see. Kudu becomes, oh, I guess this is kore. Let's see, koreru, which becomes korenai, which becomes korenakute. So, I was not able to bring my video camera, so I have regrets. So, video, motte korenakute, zanen desu wa. Let's see, potential is korareru. Let's see, korareru. This is kore. Is this the thing where na gets dropped in spoken Japanese? Because Ranuki can happen for kuru. Was the ra removed from this? See, isn't this supposed to be? See, korare na kute. So you're absolutely correct to question this. The standard grammatical formula or potential form of mote kuru is mote korareru. Therefore, moto is moto korareru. So therefore, moto koreru is an example of Ranuki kotoba where ra is dropped. Standard form mote korarenai could not bring Ranuki. Okay. Mote see mote korenai. Let's see. Let's see, could not bring. Okay, soビデオ持ってこれなくて残念ですわ。So I regret that I was not able to bring my video camera.
やる気十分ですわね。ビデオを持ってこれなくて残念ですが。
せーの。わっしょい。頑張れ頑張れ。
これなくて残念ですが。
せーの。わっしょい。
Let's see. Ushoi. Let's see. Ushoi.
ですわね。ビデオを持ってこれなくて残念ですが。
No. Oh, washoi maybe. That's right. Yeah.
せーの。わっしょい。頑張れ頑張れ。わっしょい。わっしょい。
Let's see. Washoi.
頑張れ頑張れ。わっしょい。
やる気十分ですわね。ビデオを持ってこれなくて残念ですが。
せーの。
Anyway, let's gambare or keep at it. Let's see. Terada. What is the origin of Seno? One theory suggests it derives from the French word hisser, pronounced isse, to hoist, to pull. This is believed to have entered Japanese during the Meiji Restoration when the Navy adopted French practices, evolving isse into isse no se, and finally seno. Japanese etymology. Another theory posits that it comes from the Japanese word isse, meaning simultaneous or all together. In this view, seno is a shortened form of isse no se or isse no de, used to synchronize group actions. Okay. Here's the origin of Washoi. Okay, but most prominent theories link it to the Japanese concept of harmony and collective effort during festival processions. Primary etymology theory includes carry harmony on your back, derived from the phrase let's see, wa o seoe. meaning okay. This is recorded in the 1894 publication of Tokyo Fuzoki. She suggesting the chain evolved from a rhythmic effort of carrying heavy mikoshi, portable shrines. Harmony in one place, originating from Edo period term waisho, to signify everyone gathering together to cooperate and work as one unit. Let's see, priests and parishioners rejoice. A less supported theory is that it abbreviates Wachojoki, a chant used when the deity leaves the shrine, through linguistic evidence for this. Okay, though linguistic evidence for this is considered weak, other proposed origins, such as derived from Korean waso, and widely regarded by linguists as folk etymologies, like an historical or phonological basis. Ultimately, washoi serves as a rhythmic chant to synchronize the step of those carrying heavy loads and to foster a spirit of unity. Washoi.
取れなくて残念ですが。
せーのわっしょい頑張れ頑張れわっしょいわっしょいせーのわっしょい頑張れ頑張れわっしょい
Say to your students, then Yosh. Let's see. Heave ho. Let's see. Fill a word. Okay, Yosh.
せーのわっしょい頑張れ頑張れわっしょいわっしょい頑張れわっしょいわっしょいいいぞ成長したわっしょいわっしょいわっしょいいいぞ成長
Let's see. Izo Sol.
したわっしょいわっしょいいいぞ成長した
Choshi. Tune, tone, pitch, time, rhythm. So, Izo. So, good, that rhythm. So that rhythm is good, or good, that rhythm. So Izo Sono Yoshi or Choshi. Izo Sono Choshi da Yosh. Okay.
わっしょい頑張れわっしょいわっしょいいいぞ成長したわっしょいよーしもう一人
See, Yosh. See, Mo E. See, all right. Then Hito Iki, one breath. Let's see, time of one breath. So I'll write one more breath, I guess. Yosh mo hito iki dazo. No, a little more to go. Small amount of effort, a little more effort, so just a little more to go. Hitoiki. So, yoisho is that breath sound. Or just yoish is that alright, okay.
よーしもう一人いるぞわっしょいわっしょい
The hoisu. Hoisu. Let's see, and then kansei, tears, shout of joy, show delight in voice.
大量だな大量だな
Let's see. Taido dana. So Taido, big catch. Oh, that's right. The Sakana's alternative pronunciation is ryo, as used in ning, as used in I think it was ryo, nin ryo or ryo nin. Let's see. Nin ryo. Ryo nin. Let's see. Mermaid. I know it's the word for mermaid. Do you really not have the word for mermaid? That dictionary? Let's see. Oh, okay. Ningyo. So a Docu-10 rule. Okay, so it's gyo or ryo. Okay, interesting. It's the other pronunciation of it. The other onyomi reading. So ningyo is a mermaid. Ningyo is a doll. And this ryo used in Tairyo is big catch. So Rodana. Let's see. Bonsai. Congratulations, Bonsai. Let's see. What is the origin of bonsai? The term Bankai is a Japanese exclamation that literally translates to 10,000 years or long live. It originates in classical Chinese, where the phrase "wan sui" was used to wish longevity to the emperor. Let's see. The word is composed of ban, ten, and sai. Well, let's see what years or age. Historical spread. It entered Japanese culture in the 8th century with early records like Nihon Shoki from 642 AD, using a variant of banzai as part of the broader Eastern tradition, wishing long life to rulers. Originally a formal salute to the Japanese emperor, Tinohika Banzai, it evolved into a general cheer for victory or excitement. Though it is also historically associated with Japanese military charges during World War II. So ban or 10,000 in sai years. Okay. See, I've seen it used to mean good luck, like good luck for a test. But using it after you succeed? Does not directly mean good luck, but closely associated with good fortune or well wishes. It literally means 10,000 years, functioning as a wish for long life, prosperity, or eternal success. So by wishing someone 10,000 years of life, the speaker is effectively blessing them with enduring happiness and success, which is conceptually similar to wishing them good luck in their future endeavors. Culturally, some sources note that the cheer is believed to bring good luck and used to bless houses or frighten away demons during celebrations like New Year's. Let's see, it is shouted to celebrate victories, weddings, and achievements as a way of expressing joy and hope for continued prosperity, rather than a direct translation of the phrase good luck, which is un, let's see, or koen in Japanese. So it is used both to wish good fortune and after you have received good fortune. And bonsai is used in both contexts to wish for future good fortune and to celebrate fortune already received. Like, hooray, we did it. Okay, okay. So, Tairio da na banzai.
大量だな。
さくらちゃん上手。さくらちゃん上手。
Sakura-chan Jozu, Sakura-chan, you're really skillful.
さくらちゃん上手。いつもうちでやってるから。さくらちゃん上手。いつもうち。
Itsumo uchi de yatteru kara, so I'm always doing it at home.
さくらちゃん上手。いつもうちでやってるから。本当ですわ。本当だ。本当。やりますわね。
See, yarimasu wa ne. Let's see. Yaru, to do, to undertake, to perform, to send, to put, to move, to turn one's head, glance, etc. Okay. What does it mean to say yarimasu wa ne after seeing someone slice very thin lettuce? Yeah, yarimasu wa ne, after witnessing a skillful act like slicing thin lettuce, is a phrase of high praise or admiration, while it literally translates to "you did it" or "don't you?" Okay. So it's more like "you did it," essentially, yeah. You really get it done. In the context, it is functioned as an exclamative equivalent to impressive, or "you really know what you're doing," or "that was skillfully executed." So, yarimasu wa ne.
やりますわね。すごーい。さくらちゃんも負けていられませんわ。
Oh yeah, Chihara Tachi. So Chihara's group. Naoko Sugoi, okay.
すごーい。さくらちゃんも負けていられませんわ。すごーい。さくら
Sakura-chan mo makate iramasen wa. So makete, so makeru, to lose, to be so makate so this is to not be losing. So Sakura-chan also can't. Sakura-chan also isn't losing because it's his continuous state. So Sakura-chan mo makate iraremasen wa. I think it's trying to say you can't lose, but why is it continuous? Please explain the grammar of ira. Wait. Iraremasen. Wait. Iraru. Iru. Irar. Irareru. Iru. Irareru. So that would be not able to, let's see, existing, not able to exist, and then negative. So as for Sakura-chan, losing does not exist, or in other words, you can't lose, and that's what it's trying to say. Yeah, this is not Irasharu. So Sakura-chan also can't lose. See, Sakura-chan cannot afford to lose either. Okay. Let's see, irareru, which is the potential or spontaneous form of iru, to be. So, te irareru literally means can be doing, or can remain in the state of doing, and the negative context shifts meaning to cannot remain in the state of doing. The combination of grammar since its final creates specific. Okay. Polite. Okay. Let's see. Masenwa is often associated with Ojo-sama, or wealthy, high-class young ladies' characters, or those attempting to sound elegant, refined, or dramatic. So in this instance, let's see. So Sakura-chan mo makete irare nai would sound like a standard narrator or determined friend, writing what the speaker or the internal monologue of Sakura projects air of dignity or aerostatic resolve. Let's see. Sakura-chan can't let herself be outdone, you know, okay. So Sakura-chan, you're not able to lose. Why is this in continuous negative instead of just negative? Wait. Why is this in continuous? Probably a better question. Why is this in continuous? Let's see, to lose. Able to lose, but no, this is losing. Not able to be. Able to be losing. Not able to be losing. Not to show an action happening right now like is losing, but to describe a continuing state. Ongoing action eating right now, resultant state I am married. The action of marrying happened in the past. Why cannot be, okay, for iraremasen. So te wa irare nai, okay, cannot remain in the state. If you said makete wa irare nai without a continuous nuance, it would be grammatically incomplete because the structure requires have form. Let's see, okay. Little, I cannot remain in the state of having lost. I cannot afford to lose. I must not stay defeated. Why makete sin would mean I will not lose. But what about make? Let's see, makeru. Let's see if it says. Yeah, this is each down here. So make. Let's see, are they nai? About makere nai. Potential form of makeru. Okay. Oh, that's right. Ichidan verbs. I didn't even conjugate that correctly. Let's see. That should be makerare nai. That's right. Let's see. Even if you correct it to makerare nai, it differs from your original sentence. Makete irare masen. So makerare nai focuses on the ability or absolute necessity. I am not allowed to lose, or I'm unable to lose. So makete irare nai focuses on the situation. The current situation does not allow me to remain in the state of losing. I must act now. So you're in a continuous state of not being able to lose. Not that you're not able to do. You're just in a continuous state of not being able to lose. So the first one focuses on your ability. What if you're not able to lose? It means you have the ability, but the making it continuous focuses on what you're in a situation, continuously in a situation of not being able to. It makes no comment on your ability at all. So you can't lose. So Sakura-chan mo makete irare masen wa. So you also can't lose Sakura-chan.
ですわね。すごい。さくらちゃんも負けていられませんわ。そんな話じゃないと思うんだけど。
そんな話じゃないと思うんだけど。But let's see. So that kind of story doesn't exist. Okay, the identity of the story doesn't exist. Or in other words, the identity of that line of thinking, maybe. Let's see. Then in the Tomo, so I thought. Right. I thought the identity of what was said doesn't exist, but I think she's trying to say it's not that. So I think she's saying the story doesn't exist because, or in other words, the conversation doesn't exist because, well, I guess narrative is probably a better way of thinking it. They see her trying really hard to, they see her peeling the potatoes really well, and they're like getting the nuance. Oh, you're competing with Lee. She's like, no, I'm not competing with Lee. I'm just peeling potatoes here. In other words, that line of thinking doesn't exist. Like that's the thought of that. it's not not that story essentially. As for thinking of, let's see, to think of that story. So, no, let's see, Moon. So I think it's not that story situation. Let's see. I think it's not that kind of story. Let's see. Sonna hanashi ja nai to omon da kedo. Please explain the grammar of story talk or subject. Janai, okay. Negative of Copla da, okay. To omon da kedo. I think so. Let's see. Da kedo adds an explanatory nuance. Normalizes the preceding clause to explain the reason for the speaker's current statement. Sukedo provides a soft, often defensive or clarifying tone, implying but, or just so you know. So the speaker's clarifying a misunderstanding, stating that the listener's interpretation of the or accusation is not what the speaker intended to say or discuss. It is frequently used in arguments or misunderstandings to correct the other person's assumptions. So sonna hanashiじゃ
りますわね。すごい。さくらちゃんも負けていられませんわ。そんな話じゃないと思うんだけど。すごい。さくらちゃんも。
I don't think that's what this is about. So that event.
負けていられませんわ。そんな話じゃないと思うんだけど。やりますわね。すごい。さくらちゃんも負けていられませんわ。
Story talk or subject. Anyway, the events or story. Okay, so that kind of thing. It is not that. So denying the identity. I think it's not that, but see, sonna hanashi janai to amon da kedo.
やりますわね。すごい。さくらちゃんも負けていられませんわ。そんな話じゃないと思うんだけど。今日はお魚取ったりお料理。今日は
Osakana totari. So we did things like today we did things like take fish, or in other words we caught fish. Kyo wa osakana totari.
今日はお魚取ったりお料理したり楽しかったね。
お料理 したり、楽しかったね。So today we did things like catch fish and cook fish. It was fun. So, お料理したり楽しかったね。楽しかったね。
今日はお魚取ったりお料理したり楽しかったね。うん。明日何するんだっけ？
明日は何するんだっけ So, what are we doing tomorrow? Or like, I wonder what we're doing tomorrow, but this is more like thinking it to yourself, like trying to remember something. That's why they use the suke there. It emphasizes that it's more of you're actively right now trying to pour through your memory, trying to remember. 明日は何するんだっけ？
今日はお魚取ったりお料理したり楽しかったね。うん。明日何するんだっけ？確か肝試しですわ。
確か、確か、
そうだった。ほら、岩場。今日はお魚取ったりお料理したり楽しかったね。うん。明日何するんだっけ？確か肝試しですわ。
肝試しですわ。確か、so, sure, let's see, adverb, if I'm not mistaken, let's see. 肝試し test of courage. So if I remember correctly, it's a test of courage. So yeah, chemo is like your innards, and dameshi comes from tameshi, which is the noun form of tamesu, or to test. So to test your innards, in other words, to test your courage. Tasuka kimo dameshi, so test of courage. Tasuka kimo dameshi desu wa.
取ったりお料理したり楽しかったね。うん。明日何するんだっけ？今日はお魚取ったりお料理したり楽しかったね。うん。明日何するんだっけ？確か肝試しですわ。
確か、kimo demish. What was it? 確か、kimo dameshi from tameshi. That's right. Kimo dameshi. So, 質問がありますか? Are there any questions? If there's no questions, we're going to raid, so please stick around for that. We're gonna raid a brother Dust who's playing Persona 3 Reload. Teaching Japanese using that. The second person we're gonna raid Nishi just Nishin, who's learning Japanese through Duolingo. We're gonna raid Dr. Disrespect for the third Ray, who's playing No Room in Hell 2. Minasan, okiyotsukete. Mata ashita. Goodbye, everyone. See you tomorrow.